Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the GM. It is your guy Boulanger, and up next, we're going to be talking about an AFC rumor that keeps flying around about a particular team that'll keep you up at night. Do me a quick favor, hit like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you get updates when we upload new content. Let's go. So there's a rumor that keeps flying around about an AFC team, the Miami Dolphins, and I've seen it pretty consistently for about 3 weeks. The first time I think I saw it was right before the draft. And so here we are on June 8th, and it's popping up again. And multiple sources are, kind of linking the Miami Dolphins to a particular player. And one article that I read that really made me just read the whole article was Miami Dolphins rumored to be the favorite for this player. And let me talk about the Miami Dolphins. It's something I'll do again when I do division conversations. But the Miami Dolphins is a team that have been super aggressive, maybe the most aggressive team in the league over the last two off seasons. We know that the Miami Dolphins went and pursued Bradley Chubb last trade deadline, brought him in, still have him in house. We know that last offseason they brought in Teron Armstead to be the left tackle. Still have him in house. We know that the Miami Dolphins picked up Mostert and Wilson, running backs, kept them in house. We know that the Miami Dolphins, of course, acquired Tyreek Hill last offseason. Still have him in house. We know that they uh, drafted Jalen Waddle. And of course, they still have him because he's still young and on his rookie deal. And so when you just take that into consideration, just that alone, they've built a pretty dangerous offense. Okay. And so then we come to this offseason. They brought in Robbie Anderson, who kind of can become a disruptor at times, but I think if he's having success, he kind of stays calm and quiet for the most part. Okay. But he's a big receiver, tall receiver, tall-ish receiver who can still stretch the field, still has kind of elite level speed for his age. And so they brought him in, which will make that offense more dangerous. And then on defense, they went and got Jalen Ramsey. And then they picked up a couple of other pieces in free agency this year. So, man, they're really trying to build a bully over in the AFC East. Okay. And that should be scary enough for the AFC East. And the thing is, we definitely, the Minnesota Ravens, we have them on our schedule this year. So we'll get a firsthand look at what they have in store. We had them on our schedule last year and we were up big. And then we blew that lead in the fourth quarter, either because we couldn't pick up first downs and score more points, or the defense just collapsed. Whichever way you want to see it or say it, it don't really make me any difference. It happened, right? And and so this rumor, mm, as a fan, will keep you up at night as it pertains to the overall season. You see, yeah, we have them scheduled for one game, and whether we win or lose, it's just one game. But the Miami Dolphins, with their improvements and their upgrades, I think are a real threat, right? So having to see them in the regular season is one thing, but having to see them in the playoffs is a totally different thing. Okay. And so I know that for me, in my opinion, everything is going to rest on the health of Tua. Tua's a smaller quarterback, and he has had some really significant injuries, but he's expected to be 100% healthy. And I think that they're going to do their best to protect Tua. And this link to running back Dalvin Cook, that's the rumor, could very well do that. If the Miami Dolphins do grab Dalvin Cook off the free agent market, if and when the Minnesota Vikings release him, how are you going to defend them? That's a serious question. Now, please don't give me the whole thing that we ain't really worried about it in Baltimore. No, you should be worried about it not just in Baltimore. We should be worried about it league wide because they have two sub 4-4 guys at the wide receiver position who can make big plays. We understand that. We saw that last year firsthand. They added a guy who used to run a sub 4-4, but probably is more like um yeah, 4-5, 4-5, somewhere in there, but he still can, make plays. Okay. They have added to their defense a good edge rusher, good back end, and so when you add Dalvin Cook, who is still a top 5 back in my opinion, and when healthy, he could be a top 3 back. How are you going to defense? See, do you bring guys down into the box to stop the run? Well, then that makes you vulnerable on the outside, which you already vulnerable on the outside with Waddle and Tyreek Hill. Okay, so if you back the safeties off and you play more coverage scheme, then Cook, who has great vision, speed, and some shiftiness, then he can get loose. And so the only thing I see derailing them offensively is going to be an injury, and that's without Dalvin Cook. You see, they were playing really well before Tua started getting hurt. And Dalvin Cook, I believe, offsets the potential for Tua injuries because they're going to be more focused on teams will be more focused on stopping the run and the pass. See, Miami wasn't really a serious running team until they picked up Moister and Jeff Wilson, and and they did run the ball well down the stretch. But when you add a name like Dalvin Cook, who by the way may bring a fan base to Miami with him because he did play ball in Florida. And so I just think, man, that's enough not to doubt what the Ravens can do, but that's enough to make Ravens fans, beginning with me, a little nervous. You see, because we've seen this team firsthand and what they could do without Cook. Adding Cook, a legitimate top 5 runner who can certainly run downhill. Now, when I say run downhill, I don't mean he's like a power back. But when I say downhill, I mean specifically get the run game going and mix it in with the passing game, and there's not a thing you can do. And I think that will be the reason why they go get Dalvin Cook, is to kind of protect Tua. Because when Tua can get on the center and hand that ball off, the play fake is more effective. The bootleg is more effective. A play fake and drop back is going to be more effective. And so I'm a little nervous if they pick up Dalvin Cook. I think they're a legitimate threat now. But if they add a guy like Dalvin Cook to their backfield, along with everything else that they already have, everything else they upgraded with this offseason, the whole league is going to be on notice for sure. So that's my take, man. That's my assessment. That's my thought about the rumor, the link to Miami. Now, there's other teams that have been linked, such as the Buffalo Bills. I linked them personally to the Baltimore. I linked him to the to the Ravens, like I do every decent and good player. I want the Ravens to get everybody. I know that's not possible, but I'm greedy as a fan. I want safeguards and safety measures and backups and depth, right? I want it all. And so me and Boogie had a little brief discussion in the comment section, and Boogie believes that he's an upgrade over J.K. Dobbins, and I tend to agree with that, meaning Dalvin Cook is an upgrade. And so I would like for the Ravens to get him if he's released. But with this current scenario, with all these rumors flying around about the Miami Dolphins, if they get him, the league's in trouble, including us as Ravens fans. Does that mean we can't beat them? No, but we might have to go score for score. So listen, that's my take, man. Let me know what you guys want me to know. Oh, and by the way, before we check out, don't make Tua the weak link, because he's not. If Tua can stand back there and throw darts, whether they're short, intermediate, or long, right? That's all he has to do. He doesn't have to have a cannon of an arm. He just needs to put the ball where he needs to put the ball. And he has been uh, right around that 70% completion rate, which is really good. So, if you just think about out of every 10 passes, he completes 7. Out of every 20, he completes 14. Out of every 30, he completes 21. Right. So it just the 70% completion percentage does not make him a weak link. It's just going to be health. And if he can stay healthy, watch out for the Dolphins. Um, so I know it sounds a little bit like I'm a Dolphins fan. I'm not, never have been, but I am conscious of teams who've added talent, and McDaniel is a solid. Is his name McDaniel? Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, it's his name is either McDaniel or McDonald. I can't remember which way it is, the coach for Miami, but he is a solid coach, and I think he will have this team ready to go. And I'm a little nervous. So let me know what you guys want me to know, man. Do you think Miami will legitimately pursue Dalvin Cook? Do you think the Baltimore Ravens should pursue Cook? I do. I would love for them to bring him in house, but we'll see. But anyway, I'm your guy Boulanger. This is the GM, and I'm out.